It doesn't always end with a scream. Sometimes, it ends with a key turning in a lock, a suitcase rolling across marble, a silence so deep it has its own gravity, and you are left there, holding the ghost of a life you thought was permanent. You search for the reason, the other woman, the midlife crisis, the argument you can point to and say, "There! That was the crack that broke the foundation," but you find nothing, no grand betrayal, just a leaving, a quiet, deliberate, and final exit. He doesn't look back. He doesn't waver. For you, the world has shattered. For him, it seems, he has simply found a new one. You ask yourself, over and over, what did I miss? What force could be so powerful, so compelling, that it would make a man walk away from decades and never, ever look back? Let me explain why. This is not about you. Let me say that again, so it sinks into your bones. This is not a verdict on your worth, your beauty, or your capacity to love. This is about a psychological threshold, a final silent accounting that happens in the soul of a man who has reached his 5th decade. For years, perhaps for his entire life, he has been living by a script, the provider script, the husband script, the father script. He built the structure of his life around duty, responsibility, and the expectations of others. He was the pillar. Strong, silent, reliable, but pillars, they can crumble from the inside. The man over 50, he has finally tallied the cost, and he realizes he has been living on an emotional deficit for 30 years. He looks at his wife, and he doesn't see the enemy. He sees the curator of the museum of his former life, a life that no longer fits the man he has become, or the man he desperately needs to be before it's too late. He isn't running from you. He is running towards a version of himself he feels he has lost or never known at all. Consider Robert, married to Elena for 32 years, successful, 2 children, both grown, a beautiful home in the suburbs. From the outside, it's the picture of achievement, but inside Robert, a quiet terror has been growing, a feeling he can't name because he was never taught the language for it. He feels optional. The children are gone. His career peak is behind him. His conversations with Elena have become a managerial checklist about the house, the finances, the social calendar. He loves her, but he feels no longer seen by her as a function, a fixture. The passion, the shared mission, the thrill of building a life, it has been replaced by the quiet hum of maintenance, and for a man facing his own mortality, maintenance feels like a slow death. So, one Tuesday, after the plumber has left and the house is quiet, he looks at Elena, and he doesn't see the girl he fell in love with at 25. He sees the warden of a very comfortable, very beautiful prison, and the thought occurs to him, with the clarity of a heart attack. I can either die here, or I can leave. His leaving is not an act of cruelty. It is an act of survival, a final, desperate bid for authenticity. This is the truth from her side. The woman left in the silence. You were the keeper of the shared dream. You nurtured the family. You remembered the birthdays. You created the home. You likely noticed the distance, the emotional withdrawal, and you tried to bridge it. You asked, "What's wrong?" And he said, "Nothing." You thought he was shutting you out. And he was, but not out of malice. Out of a profound, soul-level exhaustion. He was tired of explaining a void he didn't understand himself. His departure feels like a betrayal of all you built. And in a way, it is, but it is a betrayal of the structure. Not of you. He isn't rejecting your love. He is rejecting the life that love became trapped inside. He isn't cold. He is protecting the last, fragile ember of his own spirit. This isn't rejection. It's self-preservation. So what is left for you in this silence? After the shock, the grief, the rage, what remains? A terrifying and magnificent thing. Your own freedom. His leaving has shattered the container of your life. And now, the contents are yours to sort through, to keep, or to discard. That version of you that was his wife, she was a role you played, a beautiful, important role. But it was not the totality of you. He wasn't the only one living a script. Your transformation begins when you stop asking, why did he leave? And start asking the far more powerful question, what life have I been postponing? The shared dream is gone. This is your moment to dream a dream that is entirely, fiercely, and unapologetically your own. He walked away to find himself. And now you are being given the very same invitation he never looked back. Let that be your gift, not your curse. His inability to look back was the fuel you never knew you needed. It forced you out of the harbor and into the open sea. It forced you to become the captain of your own soul. He left to try. He left to chase a ghost of a man he might have been. You get to build a future with the woman you truly are. The marriage is over, but you are just beginning.